I made ketchup. Like, this is homemade from scratch. No binders, no coloring, pure tomatoes. They were there this morning and they're here now. Like, I'm so stoked. I know you might be wondering, why bother with making your own ketchup? First and foremost, this is one of my biggest, most requested videos from my subscribers. And unfortunately, I just have never made it because I'm not sure what it would taste like and if the children will eat it. But this year, I had a bounty of tomatoes. And normally we buy organic ketchup, which nothing is wrong with, okay? They taste good, the kids eat it. But one or two things, it costs money, and look at the list of ingredients. Some of them are fewer, but some have got a huge list of ingredients. And I thought, you know what, let me give this thing a go. So thanks to YouTube, I watched a lot of videos. I also learned from some people I follow, and I thought I'll modify it to a recipe that hopefully should taste good and my children would love. And it worked, guys. This is the best ketchup ever. Hey guys, welcome to a new video. How are you doing? Thank you for clicking in. If it's your first time meeting me, my name is Meka. I live in the south of England. I grow a good amount of my vegetables, and thanks to God and life-giving foods, I was once upon a time diagnosed with chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia and pain, and have been able to reverse these conditions with food. Now, I didn't grow up eating things like ketchup, but my children have, and unfortunately, it's not one of the healthiest things to eat. It's packed in with sugar, and the ones you buy in the shop has like a ton of ingredients, even the organic ones, even the ones that are meant to be more whole foods. So because I grow my vegetables, I thought, why not, make ketchup? This is something I have actually been asked a few times by some of my subscribers, and I'm like, I don't know, because I tried making barbecue sauce last year. We used it. I did use it more as marinades because the children didn't use it as a dipping sauce. So I thought, okay, we buy ketchup maybe every quarter, not a lot. And I try to do organic ketchup, but it's still not the same, guys. And one thing I learned is that every single food we eat today that is sold in the shops as processed food was once made in someone's kitchen. So it was something people made, and then someone decided, oh, we'll make a business out of it and make it more readily available, if you get the drift. So essentially, we can actually reproduce everything we buy in the shops as healthier as we can. So we're making ketchup. Now, the ingredients I like using for ketchup are, as though I've been making ketchup. Now, the recommendation is San Marzano tomatoes. These are San Marzano. These are like really paste tomatoes. They have low amount of water. They're Italian tomatoes. I'll just show you the difference. Okay, can you see it's quite dry? Even when I quarter it again, it's got few seeds and few pulp. I've got this one. It looks like an Amish paste. To be honest, I don't buy tomato seeds like commercially. I buy what I see in the market and then I grow it. This one was actually gifted to me, and it's a bit less juicy, so it's almost like a paste tomato. It is a paste tomato. I don't know the name, but I've saved the seeds as well. And then this one, on the other hand, is a lot more juicy. Can you see the amount of core? Can you see the difference? This has got more flesh. This has got more seeds. So they say don't use the ones with too much liquid, because essentially we want to boil this thing down and make it concentrated. But I've got something up my sleeve. Just keep watching. I have a way I normally process my tomatoes. So I make paste tomatoes and store for the winter months, because we have a short growing season. So I always extract a lot of liquid before I cook it down, simply because it saves me time and energy, like a lot of gas, a lot of electricity. We have to reduce the cost. So but it is a long and a lengthy process. First and foremost, I chop it up. I don't want to blend this. I have a Vitamix, but I don't blend it first because I don't want the seeds and the skin. Now, people that have some health conditions react to the seeds and the skins. I think I do. I'm sensitive, because if I buy shop-bought tomatoes and eat a good amount of sauce, the next day I feel a bit achy in my joints. This is not current like in the past. So I feel there's something to do with tomatoes. And I know people with arthritis are advised to stay away from tomatoes, but when I eat my homegrown one, I'm fine. So, but this is how I process it. So it could be beneficial if you have any issues with your health to try and eat tomatoes without the skins and the seeds. Anyway, enough waffling around. Stay through this video. I'm gonna voice over a few of the things we do, and just do this in the garden. Now today is the hottest day of the year. Well, not, it's gonna hit 31 degrees. I don't know if it's a good idea to do this outdoors, but I already planned it, and it's my child-free day, and so why not do it in the garden, right? So we just go ahead. This is a food chopper slash yam pounder. I use this to process a lot of my meals, and so we're just gonna chop this into big chunks and pop it in here. This stage is where I actually separate the skin and the seeds. I'm just using a food mill. You can get a food mill anywhere, the electric or manual ones. I'm using the manual one. So basically I'm separating the seeds and the skins from the main tomato juice, and then I'm straining it further. We want it really smooth. The Vitamix can do this, a good blender can do this job, but I prefer doing it this way because I don't want the seeds, like I explained earlier. So yeah, we do this. It takes about an hour or more because of the volume, but it's worth it at the end, guys. It's worth it for me. So I've got my nice and beautifully filtered strained tomato sauce. Now, this is a food press, or a fruit press, I beg your pardon. If you don't have a fruit press, I have one because I used to use it to make fire cider. You can actually just use a nut milk bag or an old pillowcase. Put your whole tomato sauce or juice in there and just let it strain. It might take a little bit longer. The press makes the job really quicker. Like in less than an hour, I have all the liquid out of the press. So it's something that I think will save your electricity bill or gas bill cooking it down. To take this thing from tomato paste to ketchup, we need a few ingredients. Yeah, so you can take a screenshot of this. This is basically salt. I'm using Himalayan. Sugar, we do need a lot of sugar. This is 200 grams. This is onion powder. Cinnamon, you can either use the sticks or you can use the powder. Cloves, I don't have cloves, so I'm using allspice berries. They're similar to cloves, just a little bit of it. Mustard powder, a teaspoon. I've got celery salt or lovage salt or celery powder, whatever you have, but a bit of celery seeds blended. You can buy that and blend. And then black pepper. We also have some vinegar. I'm using 200 grams of vinegar as well. So vinegar and sugar are equal. Now the fresh ingredients, I'm using some garlic, some onions, and some shallots. And this is optional. This is just me. A bit of roasted bell peppers without the seeds, and also paprika. This is mild paprika without the seeds, just a little bit. We want a little punch here. Did you know tomatoes is like nearly 80% liquid, literally moisture? All this clear liquid and a little bit pinkish is from my tomatoes. This is the benefit of this fruit press, really, okay? And now the main job begins. So we need to really saute our onions, no oil added, peppers, and then blend it. I blend this in and also add all the other dry ingredients into my blender apart from the sugar. I blend it until it's really smooth. Like, take your time, no rush here. We want it really smooth as a ketchup sauce. Once it's blended, I put this back in the pot, and now I cook the tomato sauce for about an hour, and you have it all ready. Within an hour, everything is going to be perfectly cooked and smooth like this. This is just over an hour later, and we have the perfect, like, my children have told me this is close enough to Heinz. Now, it's natural. It doesn't have the stabilizers and the binders, so you won't have exact Heinz taste, but we are close enough. Can you come closer and have a look? Look at this beautiful looking velvety, no starches, only tomato paste and the herbs and the spices. So we're gonna can this now, okay? I'm just gonna take that. This is from 7 kilograms of tomatoes, guys. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna let this cook for about 20 minutes. Can I go inside with this one? Will you eat this as ketchup?
Yes.
You sure?
It depends on what's in stock. I'm joking. It is very good.
You can't be messing about. Does it? No, honestly, people want to know the truth. Does it taste good?
It does taste good. I give it a solid 9.5 out.
What would you like me to change?
Just sugar.
More sugar? Less? I think the sugar is not too much.
It would taste like very good in a burger.
It's not a lot, but we don't eat too much ketchup. Saying that, they've almost finished what I put for them. Anyway, thank you. If you've watched to this point, give this video a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. Has it added value to you? You can do it yourself as well. It's not as complicated. Guys, if you don't want to go through the process of making the paste, which is a lengthy part of this whole thing, just buy organic tomato paste and add all the ingredients and you end up with perfect ketchup. Like even homesteaders use tomato paste. I just wanted to do the whole thing from start to finish, and I'm really glad I did. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, hit that button there for notifications when next I upload a new video. And until next time, I'll see you in another video. Bye.